Hey everyone, so welcome to the channel. Today we are out in Kagawong and we are doing the Cup and Saucer Trail. Now I have started from halfway down the trail because there's a split that loops around to the beginning and back out, and I don't want to walk it twice. So I came down from the parking lot up above the falls and I walked back towards the end parking lot, and I'm taking the little trail to the left, or to the right. Then we'll go to the far end parking lot and back towards the falls. So, I didn't want to start recording because there was still a lot of people here. Ooh, woodpecker. Let's see how close it lets me get. Oh, not close. Let's go see. And you got him on camera. There he goes. Huh. Nice. So yeah, there are a lot more tourists here than I expected. Kind of at the end of tourist season, so I expected it to be a lot more empty. But there are still those few retired people and a couple of families from Toronto that have come up. Then I saw another car from Quebec up in the parking lot, so we don't have as many tourists as we would, but there are still some here, so that's why I didn't start right from the parking lot, and I chose from the path break instead. Look at that, a drainage tube made out of logs, just like a barrel. Oh, it looks like it might just be a hollowed out log. Yep, a hollowed out log. As a culvert. So this is the water generation plant. Water comes up through that, from the top down through that tube, in through here, and it generates some power. You must have one of these at every waterfall. There's the outflow from the generating station. It's still really low, actually. And the outflow to join the rest of the river out to the lake. And there's the path we go back on. I guess they're trying to redirect the path downwards. That's not quite as worn down. Little birdhouse. I guess every year this section ends up being washed out, so they're trying to build a slow fall to slow down the flow a little bit so it doesn't inundate over the path and goes under instead. Oh, what does this say? Take nothing but photographs, nothing but footprints, stay on the trail, leash your dog, stay off the trails during hunting week, pack your litter, no camping and no bicycles except on roads. Now when's hunting week? I'm going to assume that they were going to post at all the entrances when hunting week is, if it applies to this trail. And what's this blue bridge? Is this another hiking trail that I didn't know about? Oh, it's blocked off. That's why I didn't know about it. These deer are new. They weren't here earlier this year. White-tailed deer by Robert Cram in bronze from 2017. Looks like a couple of chairs. Huh. Interesting pieces. It is really nice along here when the tourists aren't here. Don't get me wrong, the tourists add something. I actually remember when I was younger, coming down here with my cousins and just playing in this stream right here. Come up and spend a week in Kagawong every summer, a week or two. We'd be down here almost every day, down here or at the beach, or to and from. I think I remember climbing across that log a few times. That was about 20 or 30 years ago. Not to date myself at all, but see, there's the entry point. Everyone just walks in there, walks through the creek. You can see where people are coming in. Looks like they're getting a new trail bridge. This is nice. Another little trail up to a parking lot with another sculpture. F-Quest intersection from Corten steel and epoxy paint. Usually midsummer this would be packed with people. Like I said, it brings its own kind of personality and flair, but something else being out here mostly alone. And we'll go have a look at that on the way back. All right, and here we are at the end of the trail. So this is the parking lot down by the Billings Museum and the beach. We're coming out to the marina. It's getting on to that time of year, people will be pulling these boats out of the water pretty soon. So there's the Kagawong Marina and the Billings Museum and the beach. And the change room's over there with the porta potties. So we're going to head back along the trail. And then we'll head back to the falls. So very few tourists doesn't mean no tourists. So now we'll take some time to have a look. It's right in the river. So we'll see if we run into anyone on the way back. So there are a few different parking lots and a few entries. Now I parked, like I said, up by the falls and walked down to the museum. You can park down here by the museum and come on to this trail. Or there's another trail that's slightly up higher. Or there are other entry points further down. Looks like a fairly well beaten path. There's someone's stone. Another stone. And back to the actual trail. A couple of footprints. The little birdhouse in there. All right. Now I'm still trying to work out in my head how I'm going to film at the falls with all the people around. Replenishment, 3 locally sourced granite boulders carved. Okay, that's probably what we've been seeing. Oh, there's one. So there's one back there, then there's a turtle here. That makes sense. habitat restoration. Now, we made it all the way to Bridal Veil Falls, leaving first thing this morning. Well, not really first thing, but about mid-morning. And I have an appointment to keep around 4 o'clock in Sudbury. So let's see how this works out. Coming out, having a look at the falls, walking through the park, and then getting back. Do we have time to make a nice little day trip out to Kagawong? And the answer is yes. It's a nice little day trip. You could stop and have a picnic if you wanted to, as long as the season's right. Again, there's a lot of tourists around a lot of the time. I personally find this is the best time of year to go, right around mid-September, early October. You might get some leaves changed. There are fewer tourists here than usual. Summertime is fun. That's when you get the real big vacation vibe. So you really can't get both. Nice bustling vacation town vibe over the summer, and then just right as it gets into fall, more of the leafer crowd, a little bit more subdued. Probably about ready to do the Cup and Saucer Trail in the next little while as well. Because we are running into that time when there aren't really a lot of tourists there, so I'll actually be able to film the whole trail. So hopefully we can get that to work out too. And this trail's a lot longer than I remember it being. And there's our dear friends. Our dear friends. Intonation makes a big difference there. Our dear friends, our close friends, or our dear friends, meaning our friends who are dear. Dear friends or dear friends. Shame about that bridge. See, there's one of the parking lots right up top. And here come some people, so I'm sorry about the noise. Hopefully we can miss them. Oh, excellent. They're coming down the way we came out. Okay. So we'll climb up the side here. So actually there used to be two paths. I guess they closed one of them. So if you had entered through that parking lot up top, this is where you'd be coming to. So there's those cars right after the upper drainway. And there's that nice little climb or descent from the power generation house. Whew, that was a little bit more effort than I expected. So we saw the lower path on the way out. And we'll see the upper path on the way in. Probably saw my fingers moving up towards the camera. I was trying to ask those people to keep it down. They had fairly expensive recording equipment, so I'm sure they understood. And there's the tube for the power generation. Oh, that's a lot of drainage. Right under all those rocks. So you can see how in the spring this would get inundated and flood out. They pretty much have a path washout every year. All these little waterfalls. Awesome. So we have beware of poison ivy everywhere. Big thing on Manitoulin Island is the poison ivy is everywhere, so if you do need to duck into the bush, make sure you've got long pants on and no exposed skin. Donated by Patrick and Madeline McColman. I like his little benches. Look at that, another waterfall. So there's that path separation that we took on the way out. So here's where we started. Right back down there. So now we'll come to the main attraction. Again, I'm not really sure how the recording's gonna go with a bunch of people there, if they're still around. Now, you can just imagine if these drainage things weren't here, or this path, this whole area would just be one long waterfall all the way down to join that river. And probably more up here. In fact, you can see all these broken rocks from centuries of being a waterfall. Chipped away and carried down here, then just settled in place. Used to climb that tree 2 years ago. I really didn't intend on a hike today, but it turned out to be a really good day for it. Would have been nicer if the sun was out, hence carrying the sunglasses. I don't really need them right now. It actually makes it just nice and cool. Well, not really cool. And it's not hot, we got a lot of shade. It's bright enough we can see. Again, this really is the perfect time of year to come around. You get to explore all these little nooks and crannies by yourself, without running into as many people. What was really fun was being a kid and coming up here and then jumping into the falls underneath and swimming around under there with the shoes on because there were crayfish. Climbing around behind the falls. So here's the stairway. So now we're going to stop with the narrative and just let you watch the falls and the people around. Oh wow. Doesn't look like there are any people. Look at that, I don't think I've ever had this happen where I've had the falls completely to myself. I wish I had swimming clothes on, but this'll do. Look at that, wasn't planning on coming today, but now that I'm here, look at this. Now we could climb up back there, but my footwear is not the best. I really should have worn my water shoes. Well, let's see. There's the old stairs I used to have to take before they built the metal ones. Eroded away by all the mist. So you can see all the sand is part of the rocks and they're just slowly dissolving. A little bit of rocks, a little bit of matter from over the centuries. Just slowly disintegrating with all the moisture. Look at all that limestone. Absolutely spectacular. So anyway, now I'm going to climb back up to the car. I hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough. Took just under about 45 minutes. I think I gave myself 45 minutes to do it. And we got about 9 minutes left, so from top to the museum and back, that is roughly 40-45 minutes if you take your time. I power walked a bit to get by those tourists. Give these last couple of views on the way up the stairs, and then we'll call it a day. I gotta go catch up to a meeting in a couple hours. Absolutely magnificent. And there's the old stairs right underneath the new stairs. Look at the old building code. Narrow, no railing. Up at the main lot. One last look. And there we are. So, I hope you guys have yourselves a good day, and I hope you consider taking a little trip up here. So until next time, I'll see you later.